Let's talk about something exciting happening this weekend, and it's the Ghana World Music Festival. I'm sure you've heard about it. Well, if you haven't, where have you been? It's going to be exciting on Saturday and Sunday as we host musicians from what we may want to call the diaspora, because it's the year of return from the West, and also our own locals here who are going to thrill us to lots of exciting music. And I've got American R&B artist Deborah Cox here with me, and our very own Kojo Entry. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today.
Thank you.
And it's exciting to see you, Deborah. Let me say, it's our year of return. We're glad that all of you are coming. What was the feeling when you landed in Ghana?
Oh, it was just warm, inviting, just electric. You know, the spirit and the energy just, just was overwhelming. You know, I'm so happy that it was at this moment that I'm actually here to really take it all in, to spread, you know, my inspiration, my knowledge of being in this industry for so long, and to be able to share it with others and the people that have been supporting me for so long as well.
And this is one thing that we can all identify with as a people, and I've seen Black people or African Americans wear, you know, African clothing like the kente, or wear beads, because there's a certain connection. But do you see that in music? Do you see that we're really connected when you hear music in the West and music from Africa?
Yes, you hear it a lot more now. You're hearing a real great fusion of the two. And I think people want to be more connected. They want to know the foundation. They want to know the truth. They want to, you know, continue to be included and a part of the conversation, not just in the social media or news, but in the music as well. So I think this is a great opportunity to bring all of that together on one stage with this festival.
I'll come back to you, because we've been hearing your music a lot in Ghana for a very long time, so many years. I'll come back to you on that one, and also how our arts travel back where you come from. But let me speak to you, Kojo. This is an initiative that has been lauded by many people, but how do we go beyond the event to ensure that there's that connection, and we can still maintain this mutual relationship between your colleagues, let me say, who are not here but identify with the African feel?
The connection has always been here, you know, but we are controlling it now. You know, you spoke about African music. I consider anything that has got rhythm as African.
Okay.
Rhythm,
nice.
I mean, R&B, blues, jazz, everything. Actually, jazz is more West African. If you go deep into music, you find out jazz is very West African. It is when you make music a product that you start putting demarcations. This belongs to that. I mean, it is for the record companies to sell. But we as performers, we as practitioners of music, I don't consider what I do, I mean, like I said, if it's got rhythm, it's African. You understand what I'm saying? And I spoke about control. We are coming out with such events that we are controlling the outcome, who plays, at what time, and where do we take it from here. You understand what the other times is being we on stage and someone else
calling the shots.
Exactly. I think the most important thing, you ask where we take it from here. As we are controlling what is happening, we've already started planning what will happen next year. My diva is here. I'm excited to be on stage with her. But we are not only talking what she's going to perform on stage and I go on stage and do my own thing. We are thinking as a team, that unity. And from here, we see the little things we can do to keep the flame alive.
And that's the problem, keeping the flame alive for me. You've shared your thoughts, but Deborah, what do you think we should do to ensure that this stays? We have a lot more African Americans interested in coming home, like you said, getting the truth, connecting with their roots, and also not only in the sense of tourism, but everything that's got to do with it, business, arts, and all that.
Right. I think it's exposing the people to it, you know, exposing people that can't be here to it, and doing it through art, through movies. There's so many platforms that we have as artists that we can use to continue the conversation. And that will continue to bring people here, the tourism. People will want to be more involved and want to be a part of it, you know. And that's what keeps the legacy going and keeps the legacy alive.
So beyond the event, what more are you doing once you're here to ensure that, well, a lot more Ghanaian artists get to benefit from your experience and also get to share with you?
Well, just well, I landed yesterday. There was a panel for women and artists that I attended and spoke about, and I was introduced to a lot of different up-and-coming female artists who are, you know, trying to make their mark in this industry, and it was a really great conversation and open dialogue about many different things. You know, from pregnancy in the industry to you know, just trying to find ways to keep your brand, you know, relevant. And, you know, I guess my initiative has always been about integrity, and you know, to be a part of this World Music Festival, I think is going to help to bring that conversation to the forefront, that you can still do music and still be respected and still you know, keep the integrity alive in the music without selling yourself short.
Well, like I said, we've heard your music, we've listened to it, and I know one colleague of mine who is a super fan.
Oh.
But I mean, I'm just curious about the flow of art from this part of the world to the West. And we get a lot of it. There's just more coming. Is that what it is on the other side? Do you get to hear a lot of African music? Even some of them.
Yeah, you do. It's. I mean, you hear it on the Broadway stages. You're hearing all of the stories. You know, are finally coming to the West. You're hearing, you know, the music now in records, and a lot of R&B artists are now infusing Afrobeats into their music as well. So I think it's growing, and it's all very cyclical. So I think we are now a part of this cycle where you're hearing that in mainstream R&B music and soul and jazz and pop music. Yeah.
I can't talk about the event proper, but here's what went down in our office today. Deborah Cox was there with us. Just check it out.
All right, so I am sure that you don't know that Deborah Cox is in Ghana, award-winning musician. I'm sure that if you were born in the 80s, you'd know, you'd be familiar with her songs. I mean, I know a few of her songs, but instead of me interviewing her, I'm going to be handed over to somebody who is like a biggest fan in Ghana, who can sing almost all her songs. And so, with a resounding round of applause, please help me welcome Efua Evans Chinnery.
Okay. Yeah. She's right behind me. So I'm going to sing Sentimental. I'm not going to sing everything, just a little bit of it. Now that you're gone, I want you more. I said it slapped me in my face, and now my friends don't understand why I had the chance. I don't know why I'm going crazy alone in the days, and my heart ain't the same, and I don't even think unless I think about you. Yes, that's the only time I get sentimental.
The Fantasy Dome tomorrow, and the show is both Saturday and Sunday. So tomorrow night is all international artists, myself and Ernie Smith and Kojo, and then Third World, and then Sunday you'll have a lot of local artists as well, and it's going to be a really fun time. Come to the Fantasy Dome, and we might get you on stage.
Okay, so before we go, we're going to do a few of the Who Do You Love dance moves. Yes.
Okay. 6, 7, 8. If you really don't want me, if you really don't need me, if you really don't love me, then who do you love?
If I really
If you really don't love me,
If I to be
So that's just a teaser. Right? That's just a teaser. You just don't want to miss tomorrow. And if you do, I don't know, you're gonna blame yourself. I'm sure for the rest of your life. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. But briefly,
Thank
Kojo,
you.
why should we be at this event? What's the significance of it?
For me, I mean, I want to appeal to the corporate bodies because when I do my shows, I do get the corporate bodies coming in buying tickets for their clients and their customers, and I think this is an opportunity for them because we have a long weekend. It is a special moment, and those are the moments that you take with it, that lives with you forever. It's priceless. I mean, you will. We've listened to her records. I kept saying I used to sing songs of third world. Now that we found love, now it's Gafili Gaduchi. Right in front of you,
Sure.
you get a chance to take selfie with them. I mean, it's a moment that you cannot let it go. I mean, for waste. It's a special moment, and those moments are. I mean, it comes once in a lifetime. And this is
Deborah,
one of them.
I'll give you the last words. Why should Ghanaians patronize this? And you know, look, wherever you are, Togo, Nigeria, you can actually come. You're welcome. Tickets are available. So this is an African thing. It's the year of return. So you're all
Absolutely.
invited. But last
Absolutely.
words. Why should we be there?
Come and celebrate the soul, the cradle of the music, the birth of this incredible gift that we have, and to be able to share it and celebrate it together from all different walks of life and different types and all over the world. We're here. It'll be one moment, Saturday and Sunday, to be a part of something really big and special, and to see it move forward.
Thank you very much. It's a
Thank
real pleasure
you.
having you, Deborah Cox, and our very own Kojo Entry. Tickets are available. Just find your way to Joy FM or the multimedia studios. And like I said, it's a long weekend. Monday is a holiday, you know. You don't have an excuse. So make a date on Saturday and Sunday for the Ghana World Music Festival. You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedulansa. I'm coming shortly with Tech Talk Tuesday.